Namo Buddhaya, and we are indeed very happy to be assembling in this new series of Pali chanting for beginners with Brother Tan Ling Huat. This is a series for 10 lessons that we will have Brother Ling Huat to guide us to learn about Pali chanting, including the basic approach to it. So without further ado, we shall invite Sister Su Fong to do the opening salutation. So over to you, Sister.
Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Buddhang saranang gacchami. Dhammang saranang gacchami. Sanghang saranang gacchami. Dutiyampi buddhang saranang gacchami. Dutiyampi dhammang saranang gacchami. Dutiyampi sanghang saranang gacchami. Tatiyampi buddhang saranang gacchami. Tatiyampi dhammang saranang gacchami. Tatiyampi sanghang saranang gacchami. Anatipata veramani sikkhapadang samadhiyami. Adinnadanam veramani sikkhapadang samadhiyami. Kamesu miccācara veramani sikkhapadang samadhiyami. Musavada veramani sikkhapadang samadhiyami. Surameraya Majjapamadatthana veramani sikkhapadang samadhiyami. Imani panca sikkhapadani samadhiyami. Imani panca sikkhapadani samadhiyami. Imani panca sikkhapadani samadhiyami.
Now we will cordially invite Brother Ling Huat.
Let me give some introduction to this, the purpose of our getting together, and let me introduce some people to them. Okay, thank you very much, Sumitra, for organizing this session. Okay, this session actually is being anchored by Sister Sumitra. Let me introduce her to you first. Okay, so any questions you want to ask in future, all right, you refer to her. So she is anchoring this session. Because every session we've got somebody to anchor. So Sister Sumitra is very kind. She's anchoring this session and also the Sunday session for us. Okay, and also we have got some senior people to come in to help me today because I see there's a lot of people. So I've got people. Okay, you can see on the screen the name is May. Sister May is there, so she will be helping me in one of the breakup rooms. Sister May is there. You look at the screen. So Sister May has been with us since day one of this session. And she's a very excellent chanter. Okay, And then I can see the next person here who's helping us here is Sister Felicia. Sister Felicia also is another excellent chanter who will be helping us in some of the breakup rooms. Sister Ivy is with us. She's a she's an enthusiast in chanting. She works very hard to improve herself, and she's not a very good chanter. So she will come in to assist also. And then we have got, let me see who else. Of course, who else is here? Sister Siu Fong, the one who actually she chanted the Panchasila. She will also be assisting as a facilitator in the breakup rooms. But there are many of you, so we want everybody to have a chance to say something. Can I make a small request? Can you all show your video so that we can know whom we are talking to? If there's just a small request so that it's easier, and then also maybe you want to take for pictures later, so we take photograph later. And then also we have got some senior chanters here who are not with our group, but who have registered with us today. People like Brother Tay. Brother Tay actually is a very excellent chanter, but he has registered as a beginner today. So I'm sure he'll come in to help us along the line. Mr. Tay is with us. Mr. Tay GB. Tay GB. Who else is with us? There's Brother Tay GB is there. Who else is here to help us? I'll be looking forward for assistance, so that what we do is we have breakup rooms, and then we can practice privately or separately. The start today was excellent. I call it excellent. You know why? Because we got glitches here and there, which is very good to tell you that actually we are all among friends. We have no rehearsal for this. This is just to have the spirit that we are all learning to chant among friends. So there's no paise lah. Don't worry, So that's why we got glitches here and there. Of course, it happens. Don't worry. We are among friends. We have no rehearsals, and it gives you that kind of feeling that is very casual lah. We always make our session very casual. Don't worry, don't worry about can or cannot. Don't worry, everybody can chant. Eventually everybody can chant. The reason why we started this session is because I had one of the international seminars last time. We organized an international seminar, and we have got about people from 8 countries participating. 8 countries of the people came. Our seminar was between the 3 main traditions. We have got the Vajrayana, we have got the Mahayanas, and the Theravada. And then, of course, during the closing, we nominated the most senior of these 3 groups, of course, the senior ones, the very senior ones, to give their closing message. So what I'm trying to say here is, we have one gentleman. His name is Professor Wei Jian Teng. He is from the Damadram group, meaning from Taiwan. Because we've got 8 countries participating. So he is from Taiwan. He speaks, of course, Taiwan means Damadram means they are Mahayanists, and they learn the Dhamma all in Mandarin, correct? But you must also know that each time when all 3 of us get together, when all these 3 main traditions get together, our opening thing will be Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa. All 3 traditions will say that also. That will be our main, then followed by the own. Then we may have the, okay. So when the time to speak, when Professor Wei Jian Teng, which is from Taiwan, he holds a doctorate degree from Harvard, okay, and he's the chair of the Department of Buddhist Studies in Damadram, okay. So when he started his speech, and he recited the Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa flawlessly, excellent, and don't forget he is from Taiwan. So I was startled in a way, because I know that there are many Buddhist leaders who cannot recite that correctly. I know of many Buddhist, Theravada Buddhist leaders also sometimes make a lot of mistakes in reciting that Namo Tassa, It sounds simple, but of course, if you know Pāḷi chanting, you know that they make mistakes here and there. So I was very embarrassed. I was thinking, wow, even our old people cannot do that, And then here comes a professor who's actually a Mahayanese from Taiwan, who speaks Chinese and can recite it so well, you know. That was what prompted me to start this unison chanting thing lah. So that my main target are also everybody, you know, every one of us who are Buddhist, and also the leaders lah, the future leaders, so that when they give Dhamma talks, they can quote the suttas more confidently. Right? When you know to pronounce the word well, you can quote the suttas very confidently. Otherwise, you'll be paiseh here and there lah. Huh? We are among friends. Don't worry about our colloquial English lah. Huh? I like to put in a lot of Chinese words and Malay words, you know, where possible lah. Just to create the kind of friend, kalyana mita lah. Okay, so that was my main target lah. And then there are many people, many of our leaders who have benefited from this kind of teachings, and they have all left us. They're on their own, and they're more confident in quoting the suttas lah. That is our main target lah. Not for our group to grow big, you know, for everybody to learn and then go on your own. Go ahead and then go and start teaching others. Or when you give a Dhamma sharing, you can quote the sutta with confidence. That is our main target lah. That is my main target. But then what is the importance of Pāli chanting lah? You know, many people will question lah, you chant, what's so important about that lah? Of course, every week I'll be telling you a few points on this lah. But today I will focus on the fact that this Pāli chanting, we are not treating it as a ritual. I don't forget lah. We are not here to get to learn to exorcise, you know. Correct? It is not about exorcism, you know. This is about chanting the suttas, which are the teachings of the Buddha. Correct? The teachings of the Buddha are all in the suttas. And that is the format that the Buddha taught during his time. During the Buddha's time, all these teachings are through mouth, you know, through the word of mouth, mouth to mouth. Okay? And that is called the Banaka system. And this is how it was kept intact for 2,600 years. How is the teaching? How did the teachings of the Buddha kept intact? And we can say that it is almost pristine, you know, because the Buddha also taught in Pāli, correct? And then we are reciting it in his original language, in his original form. The Buddha taught in this format. Why? Because they did not write it down. So when the Buddha taught in this kind of sutta format, people can remember easier lah. Like you ask me to recite the Karanya Metta Sutta, I can do it without the book lah. You ask me to recite a lot of suttas, I can do lah. Because these are in a very special format, like it's like a poetry lah, easy to remember. So that is how the Buddha's teaching is kept intact, you know. So we can claim that what we are doing is reciting exactly how the Buddha taught. Okay? And there's no distortion because we did not interpret the words. Okay? It is very important because if you interpret the words, Pāli, many words in Pāli does not have the direct interpretation, the actual interpretation. So people will just go as close as possible. Pāli in English, there's no direct equivalent sometimes. Example, the word dukkha, correct? The word dukkha, so better we say that it's dukkha rather than saying it is. Sometimes people say it's suffering, you know, but there are some scholars or some teachers or some monks who doesn't like the word suffering. Oh, too negative. So they say unsatisfactoriness. They say it is okay lah. All kinds of words are used to describe dukkha lah. Unsatisfactoriness lah, you know, disappointment lah, you know, all kinds of words have come lah. Although we commonly like to use the word suffering. So when people don't agree with you that dukkha is suffering, they say it's unsatisfactoriness, you tell them, never mind, we'll go back to dukkha lah. Use the word dukkha better lah. Because there is no direct equivalent. So dukkha encompasses all these lah, unsatisfactoriness lah, suffering lah, all these words that people use in English, it encompasses all depending on the situation, of course lah. So that is why we want to learn in Pāli so that the teachings will not be distorted. So what we are doing today is, first, it is our ambition to make sure that our leaders can pronounce the words correctly. And we also want them to know that these suttas are not rituals. We are not practicing and chanting it as a ritual. we are taking it as the teachings of the Buddha. So that is why we have done this lah. We are doing this because we want our people to be competent in voting lah. Next week, then I will give you another introduction on this, the importance of the suttas lah. Now we will go step by step to understand. Today I will tell you that the teachings are kept intact. Your takeaway today is you should know that the sutta is the way that the teachings of the Buddha was kept intact for 2,500 years. And this is the format that the Buddha used. And Pāli was a language that the Buddha used. If you have got doubt in that, we can discuss later. Some people may not want to agree that the Pāli was the original word used by the Buddha. Go ahead, we can discuss that later. If you have got questions later. Okay, so today we will introduce to you the Pāli alphabets. We are not learning Pāli the Sri Lankan way or the Burmese way or the Thai way. No, we are learning it basing on the Pāli alphabet. It's closer, very much closer to the Sri Lankan text. The Sri Lankan alphabets are very close to the Pāli alphabets. So we are more inclined. People say that we are chanting like the Sri Lankan monks, but that is not our main idea. That's not our main purpose. Our main purpose is to introduce you chanting the correct pronunciation with the Pāli phonetics, the Pāli alphabets. And then we are not inclined to take sides and say this is that, that is that. We are just learning it that way. And then also we must understand that I have no special tune for this chanting. What we emphasize on is the pronunciation. Okay, when you can pronounce a word properly, of course, you can go and chant with any other person. If they chant it correctly, you can chant with any other person. Even they can have their own tune, you can follow them. There's no problem. But we are not emphasizing on the tune, so we will go right to basic chanting. That's all. I will not emphasize on any special tune, that looks nicer or that's better. No, that is not what we look for, lah. Okay. So after this, we will have breakup rooms. We can have breakup rooms for Sister Siu Fong, Sister May, and Sister Felicia. So we have got 3 rooms.
Okay. Can you make me co-host, please?
Oh, yeah, okay. So one room will have almost 10 participants. And then that will be assisted by people like Ivy can come in to help Sister Siu Fong, or who else I mentioned earlier. You can just hop in and help around. Okay, so today what we will cover is, I will not be going through with you all. Our format will change. Then in the breakup rooms, the facilitator will go through the all thoroughly. I will just introduce you what we will be covering today. What we will be covering today is we will be covering, number 1, the vowels. Okay, the Pāli alphabet consists of 41 letters. Instead of 26 in the English, we have got 41 letters. There's 8 vowels and 33 consonants. Yeah. Okay, then when you go into the breakup room, our facilitator will introduce the vowels to you and how they are being pronounced, and the consonants to you, how they are being pronounced. Sister May and Sister Siu Fong and
Felicia?
Sister Felicia, yes. Okay, and then Sister Sumitra will be overall kind of helping you all. Okay, so we'll cover this, and then can I have the next slide, Sister? Okay, then we will know that how is A being pronounced as in English. So as the facilitator explained to you, it may not be very clear what you mean by but then they will come back to you in English, how this A is used in English as short A, like as in hut, short hut. And long A, how it's used, barn, long A, barn, things like that. So they will go through with you, I as in feet, and I, the long I, E as in tree, So this will be done by the facilitator later with you all. And then you come back 15 minutes before the end of the session. Then you can have any questions. You can ask us any questions. I'll be able to help you with any questions. Okay, then can we have another slide, Sister? Okay, again, consonants are pronounced as they are in English. So there are, then they will explain to you that C is pronounced as ch, as in church, and D with a dot is pronounced as in dot. dot. D with the dot is slightly, they call it retroflex lah, or palatal, you can call it. So M with a dot and N, they are pronounced as NG. Okay, you will go through these in detail later. Okay, so can I have the next slide, please? Okay, then they will use all this aspirated form, the aspirated form of K. K is K, very simple. K as K, as in king. But when you have a H there, then we want it to be pronounced gutturally, that means your K. Very important that when you do Pāli words, the aspirated K and the G and the T are pronounced very clearly. KH as in K. K. That means guttural lah, from your throat lah. And G will be G and GH will be G. G. And T as in T and TH as in T. T. Examples of the words are given here. Okay, the diga. See, I with the long, with the diacritical mark on top is long I, so we pronounce it diga. So you must pronounce it ga, So your aspirated G is very important. Aspirated K's are very important. So these are the samples that the facilitator will go through with you. Okay, this is the next slide. I'm just rushing because I want the facilitator to do more work this time lah. Normally I will go through all this, but this time we make them work a bit harder lah. Okay, then again here we will learn that the double consonant. Double consonant, we must pause. Remember, we have to pause at double consonant. That means if there's a S-A-B-B-A, sub, you must pronounce as sub, not sub, sub, dhamma. The Buddha, Dhamma, Sangha. So you have to be very clear with this lah. With double consonant, you must pause. Sub, Si, Sacha, Buddha, Pancha, Panchavaggiye. That end with the right critical mark or the cursive thing, it's pronounced as NY. You will learn later lah. And Majjhima. This is a very, very important word. I think we all should know this one. Majjhima Patipada. That means the middle way. Majjhima Patipada. That's the middle way lah. Then Swakato. Okay, so these are the samples that the facilitator will reinforce afterwards. How do we pronounce this word lah? And then get this little bit of Pāli coming in, but not so critical for, but anyway, sometimes you hear that we will say me, and sometimes you hear we say te. Me is for singular, idang me, okay, idang, or they say idang wo, that is us lah, or I, So those are actually singular or plural lah, okay? Or first person, second person lah. So this is a bit critical, but we will not spend too much time because this is more on Pāli grammar lah. Later, as we learn the suttas, then we will probably touch here a little bit here and there lah. Okay, so with that, I think we will move you into your respective breakup room. I shall be visiting the breakup room lah. For I'll be visiting and see how these facilitators are doing lah.
Okay.
They are very inexperienced also, but we are all among friends. Don't worry, Feel free to ask any questions. Feel free to tell us things lah. Okay. Okay. I guess you all have finished your breakup room briefing. And you got any questions or not? Anybody has any questions? I did not inform the facilitator to nominate 3 of you to demonstrate what you have actually. Basically, yeah, the first lesson is all like that lah. I hope you will bear with us because the first lesson is all about the alphabets, sure. And then subsequently we will learn how to use the alphabets, and then when we chant next week, I guess we can do a little bit more practical use of the alphabets lah. We can do the Panchasila, and then we can see how these alphabets are used lah. Just now I was hopping from room to room, Some of you have gone to the stage where you have demonstrated how to use a long A and short A. Paticha and paticha. That was from Sister May's room, and Sister Siu Fong was also going on those lines, and Namo, Tassa, and all that lah. So we learn to use all these alphabets lah. So when we chant, we have to see the alphabets carefully, so that we don't go out of context lah. We don't mispronounce the words lah. So also when we give our Dhamma talk, our Dhamma sharing, we'll be more confident lah, with the words we use and the sutta we quote. It is important actually if we can but if we cannot, then it's okay, also okay lah. I'm not being a die-hard Pāḷi chanter lah. But if you can, of course, it is more beautiful lah. More beautiful. Okay, I'll leave it for question time like Q&A for the next 10 minutes maybe before we end. Anybody ask any questions?
Yeah, Brother Tan.
Yeah.
Yeah, Brother Tan, good. Namo Buddhaya. Yeah, I'm Eng. Yeah, my question is, normally we say Buddha or Buddha.
Okay, Buddha is singular. Okay, Buddha. Okay, Gautama Buddha. Yes, one Gautama Buddha. That is our present world era Buddha. Okay, there's one Buddha. But when we say the blessings of the Buddha, so we say Buddha. When we say, because there are more than one Buddhas in the world, correct? Okay, we have got 28 Buddha Parita, so you can say 28 Buddha. So plural of Buddha is Buddha. Okay, sister?
Yeah, you mean they must have plural and singular, right?
Yes.
Okay.
The use of it is, of course, I have said the use of it is Gautama Buddha. There's only one Gautama Buddha. That is our Buddha now lah. Our present world era Buddha lah, isn't it? But if we say the blessings, the 28 Buddhas, then we've got the Buddhas lah. The A with the dash on the top. When A has the dash on the top, becomes Buddha. That means it's plural and there's more than one Buddha. So normally we say that may the blessings of the Buddhas be upon you. Right? Rather than saying may the blessing of the Buddha be upon you, also can. That means one Buddha lah. Or you get the blessing of all the Buddhas lah. It's singular and plural, sister. Both can be used depending on the context.
Yeah. And sometimes they have conjugation of O, Buddho.
Okay. That one is a little bit more complicated. That one, if you study Pāḷi, sister, we don't cover that today. We are not covering that in our session anyway.
Fine. Yeah. Anyway, thank you, Brother Tan. Yeah, understand.
Sorry, they got Buddha, they got Buddha, isn't it?
Yeah.
They got Buddha also, don't forget.
Yeah.
They got Buddhism also. Okay, so what it means here is, okay, since you asked about Buddha, Buddha is actually nominative, is subject. When you use, the principal word is the Buddha. I will just explain this part only. The principal word, the stem word is Buddha, Buddha or Buddha. Okay, that is a stem word. Now, if I say, when I use him as a subject, as a subject, so when I want to call him, I say Buddha, 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 Buddha is the subject lah, correct? So in Buddha, 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 Buddha. Okay, that means if I want to call him, I want to recite his name quietly, I say Buddha, 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 Buddha lah. That means he is a subject, you see, correct? Now, when we say Buddhang Saranang Gacchami, what does it mean? That means you go to the Buddha. You see, Buddha becomes the object, you see. Remember? He becomes the object. So I go to the Buddha. I say, Buddhang Saranang Gacchami. Correct or not? So that one, then the Buddha becomes the becomes the object. Yes. So it is Buddhang. Correct? So things like that, like, when the Buddha becomes a genitive form, it becomes Buddhasa. So there are 8 of this kind of configuration lah. We call it declensions lah. There are 8 declensions in this Buddha, in this Pāļi word ending with A.
Okay. Okay. Thank you very much, Brother.
That is not covered in our. We are We are only teaching we hope to be able to inspire you all to use and quote Buddha Suttas when you are actually giving talks. That is one of our main objectives. And also to know that through this teaching, okay, today's takeaway is that through this format that the teachings are kept intact and pristine state through this format, through this chanting format. Otherwise, the teaching of the Buddha is all jumbled up really, all interpreted by people and it becomes messy, not accurate lah. Okay, sister.
Okay, thank you very much, Brother Tan. Okay, sadhu, sadhu.
Okay, anybody else? You go a bit astray on this subject, not too bad lah. I can help you if I can lah. If I can answer you, I'll help you.
Brother Tan.
Susie here, may I ask, is there a recording for this?
Yes. I think Sister Sumitra has a lot of all these recordings lah. Sister Sumitra will be able to help you on all this, yeah.
No, will it be shared out? Because then we can do a little bit of our own
Of course, yes.
In the chat group, it will be shared with us.
I think she has, Sister Sumitra has reposted that in the chat group, I think. Sister Sumitra, I think she can answer that, yeah.
Okay, good evening to Sister Susie and everyone. Actually, you notice that in the chat group, if you go to you tap the header of the chat group, you find that there is a link to join the Google Classroom. If you go to the Google Classroom, then you will find that the recordings are there. I have uploaded the recording to YouTube so that if you look at the recording, but the recording is not the class per se, I only edit the demo chanting for a particular sutta or parita. So if you go there, you see there will be two versions. A video is for the whole sutta or the whole parita, whereas the Google slide is normally the text with a speaker icon. You click on the speaker, then you can listen to the demo chanting, which is done by Brother Leng Huat. I will do the print screen later on to show you. If you don't mind, I can show you what I have here. Wait. Can you see my screen?
Nope.
Evang me sutang ekang samayang bhagava Savatiyang viharati jetavane anata pindikasa arame.
When you go back to basic, can you see my screen?
Yes.
Yeah, this is the classroom. If you go to classwork, then you'll find that there are a lot of topics like Pāļi chanting. Let's say you click on Pāļi chanting, you find that you have this Google slide. The Google slide will be a slides. What we have. You can go to the slideshow, then you can see the slide one by one. Okay? But, okay, let's say if you, can you see my slide? Okay. When you look at YouTube video, when you click the video, it will play the video.
For the benefits of the new students tonight, the new participants, we shall run through the vowels and some important.
Okay, so you find that we have video, and when you go to certain topics, say, okay, say, Google slide. Some of the slides, you will see a speaker icon here. This speaker icon, when you click,
Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa.
you can click on any of the speaker.
Pāḷi guhayang viharati abadiko dukkito balhagilano.
So you can see that if you join the Google Classroom, we kept a record of the past recording, which is in the form of either a video or slides with a speaker icon. But I must apologize, not all the slides have the speaker icon with the audio clips, but most of it already had. I'm still in the process of doing the editing and then upload. So from time to time, I will share the link into the chat group, either the video or the slides. When you click on it, you can listen to it for your own reference. And if you have any doubt, I will give a short tutorial on how to go with it. So you just bear with me. If any problem, if I can help, I will try to help. So it's good to sign in into the Google Classroom. Otherwise, you just wait for the link that I share in the chat. What's the difference between joining a Google Classroom is when you go to Google Classroom, whether you are newly joined or you have joined for a long time, the links are all there. But if you join the chat group just recently, what I have posted earlier, you won't be able to access. So the difference is there. Anyway, I will update you with the slides, the links to the slides, and the video if there is any. I hope that information helps. Thank you. Back to you, brother. Yes.
Sister
Sister
Sumitra,
May.
how to join the Google Classroom?
Okay. You go back to the chat group. I will send the link there. Actually, if you tap on the group info, you tap on the header of the chat group, you see the group info. Then you can read more. You click the read more, then you see that under that, you scroll down, you see that there's a invitation link to the Google Classroom. You
Okay.
click on the link, actually you can join.
Okay.
So
Is-
as a student for the classroom, whatever have been published there, you can see.
All right. So
If you want a better view, better use laptop or PC.
Okay.
If you use a handphone, a smartphone, it might not work well. Sometimes it might you need to install certain apps to help to do. And then maybe you want to play, I'll give you some instruction. How do you play in the phone? Is it okay?
All right. Okay. Thank you very much. then.
Because
Thank
it's
you.
quite hard for me to do the demo here,
Yeah.
but I will do a small recording where you can watch how it goes about. I think that will be easier. Is it okay?
Yeah. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you.
Okay,
Thank
welcome.
you very much.
You are most welcome. Yes, back to you, Brother Ling Huat.
Okay, any more questions, please? So I hope you all enjoyed your breakup rooms. So next week we will go a bit more on detail on the importance of Pāḷi Sutta. Then we'll go breakup rooms again. I'm sure the facilitators are doing very well. Some are not available today, so next week we will probably have a few extra, 1 or 2 extras. Yeah. Okay, there are no questions. Then we'll end our session tonight. Sorry.
Yeah, Sister Sumitra.
Yes, Sister Cindy.
Yes, can I check with you using an iPhone, how to join the Google Classroom?
I don't have iPhone. I do have Android phone, so I'm not very sure. But anyway, if you use online link, I think it should be okay. The I think it might work. I'm not very sure because I have no idea how the iPhone operates because I don't have one. Mine is the Android. So if you are using Android, I know. Maybe you
Okay.
can consult Brother Terence. Maybe Brother Terence can help, or anyone who have the iPhone can help. I'm not sure. I'm sorry because I don't have
Okay.
iPhone.
Sister Sumitra, can I check with you? Is there a password or ID code that I need to type in when I
No.
join the Google?
Usually if you use the link, if you sign in, you sign in into your Gmail account, usually you don't need the password. Usually,
Okay.
normally.
I would,
But anyway, you can check because in the whatever invitation link that I send to you, I will attach the class code. We
okay.
call the password is actually in the name of class code. So if it is needed, you can use the class code. But usually, if you sign into your Gmail account by clicking on the invitation link, you can join the classroom. Usually, that's the way.
Okay. I will try. If I face any problem, I'll come back to you again.
Sure.
Thank you
No
so much.
problem at all.
Thank you so much, sister.
Don't worry. Don't mention it. Don't mention it.
If not, means you do our dedication now, and then we shall end our session. So, brothers and sisters in the Dhamma, I'm sure you make great effort to join this class. And I'm sure during the past hour and 45 minutes, your mind was very focused, very concentrated. Focus on trying to learn the Pāli phonetics. And during such time when your mind was focused and concentrated, no unwholesome thoughts came to your mind. Your mind was free from the three poisons of greed, hatred, and delusion. And when your mind is free from these three poisons, you accrue abundance of merits, and these merits we dedicate to all our protective devas, and we hope that they too will rejoice in these merits, and they will eventually attain the perfect bliss of Nibbana. And by virtue of these merits, may they continue to bless us with good health, longevity, success, happiness, prosperity, and above all, wisdom. Wisdom to continue to walk the Buddha's path. We must also recall to mind the name of our loved ones who are no more with us, and also all our previous ancestors whom we have never met before. We hope that they are all reborn on the celestial planes, and they too will rejoice in these merits, and they will shower unto us their choicest blessings and protection. However, in the event that if they need our merits to help them in their spiritual well-being, may these merits reach them and help them in their spiritual well-being. Our aspiration, as always, may we be blessed with the company of the good and the wise always. May we not follow the ways of the foolish. May we be blessed with good friends and good relatives and good teachers who can guide us along the path of the Dhamma until we reach our final liberation, Nibbana. Ettavata cha amnehi sambatang punya sampadang sabbe deva sabbe satta sabbe bhuta anumodantu sabba sampati sitya idang me nyati nang hotu sukita hontu nyatayo idang me nyati nang hotu sukita hontu nyatayo idang me nyati nang hotu sukita hontu nyatayo imina punya kammena mame bala samagamo satang samagamo hotu yava nibbana patiya. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.